It's a remarkable achievement. For 10 years, one movie has held on to the title of the highest-grossing film ever. Avatar earned more than $2.7 billion at the global box office. It's lost its crown to another blockbuster movie. Avengers Endgame approaching $3 billion in ticket sales worldwide. Frank Pallotta joins me from New York. Frank, I don't want to rain on the parade of this story, but just if you take inflation, eventually somebody's going to beat Avatar, just on the simple price of tickets, more movie theatres. But if you do pro rata, if you actually find a method of proportioning it, is this movie actually doing as well?
Yes. I mean, the inflation argument is twofold. So if you really want to talk inflation, the biggest movie of all time, and if you include inflation, is actually Gone with the Wind from 1939. But you have to kind of take in account that competition has ramped up in 10 years. There wasn't Netflix the way there's Netflix now when Avatar was in theaters. There wasn't as much social media. Social media was still kind of in its infancy back about 10 years ago. So yes, Avatar would be ahead of Avengers Endgame, but that doesn't make what Avengers did any less triumphant. It made nearly $3 billion worldwide. It is the culmination of 10 years of movies, more than 20 movies all coming together. But on the Avatar side, it has to get a lot of credit as well, because that was a work of pure imagination coming from James Cameron, while the Avengers is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It doesn't really matter because they're both Disney anyway now.
I was just about to say, I mean, whatever one may think personally or privately or whatever about Disney, you just have to hand it to this profit money-making colossus.
I mean, you just look at it this way. I wrote over the weekend that Avatar may have just lost its title, but it's going to have a chance to get its title back in the next 10 years, because we're going to have not one, not two, not three, but 4 Avatar sequels between now and 2027. And these are very anticipated movies. I mean, some people didn't like Avatar when it first came out. It's kind of cooled since then, but it's anticipated because it's James Cameron. James Cameron is a visionary. He has made some of the biggest blockbusters in history, and now it's combining with Disney. So we're going to see something interesting in the next 10 years, definitely at the box office.
Disney obviously competes with our own Warner Brothers, which is a part of AT&T like ourselves. What is it about Disney? What have they managed to do that other studios are very successful, but nobody is in Disney's league?
They really understand their audience, and they really understand their product, and they know how to sell that to the audience in a way to build up this type of event-type atmosphere. We're at a point now where, if you look at it this way, Disney this year alone, I mean, this happened on the same weekend that Lion King came out. Lion King made $190 million. Disney has about a 35% market share domestically of the box office receipts. It just really kind of owns the box office. It's dominating, and it's not even that much. We're talking about 5 or 6 movies here this year. It's only Avengers, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, The Lion King, and still it eats up immense amount of the box office just because it knows what its audience is, it knows what these brands are, it knows how to market them, it knows how to innovate, and most importantly, it turns these things into events. So when people are staying home more than often to stay at Netflix, are really coming out for these films.
If you are right, then the Disney streaming service, the rest of everybody should be terrified.
I mean, look at it this way. Over the weekend was another big announcement from Disney. They had San Diego Comic-Con, where Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, came back and announced Phase 4. Phase 4 is the next phase of Marvel movies over the next decade. And a lot of them were not even movies. A lot of them were Disney Plus products. There's one show that actually you have to watch on Disney Plus to understand one of the movies and see how it connects. That's how Disney gets you. It's really Disney's world, and you're just kind of living in it.
Frank, good to see you. Thank you.